Well, hello, 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 everyone. Hello to you all, whether you're far or near. I just want to say hello and welcome to Dare to Tell. This is a program where you can just feel free to talk about your struggles, good, bad, the indifference, whatever it is. This is a place where you can just be comfortable speaking, and we have various topics that we will talk about. And so tonight we will talk about something that something that many women might not want to talk about. But first, I must welcome my co-host. Her name is Leslie. You can't see her right now because she's driving. And I have two wonderful ladies with me, two beautiful ladies, Mervia and Lisa. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Dare to Tell. And please feel free tonight to talk about the topic that we're going to talk about, which is menopause. And so tonight we will begin by talking about the effects that menopause has on us as women. Because what I find out is that many people really don't know that it's not associated just with hot flashes, and you can still be young and going through perimenopause. Hot flashes, there's so many symptoms to menopause, as we can say. And so tonight, I want each woman to talk about the effects that it has had on your body, how the feelings, the whole symptoms, and everything that we can talk about. So, who would like to go first?
Lisa.
Welcome, Lisa.
Oh, oh wow. Hi, good night, everyone. Well, for me, I think that menopause it's a great big topic, one that a lot of people don't really know the depths of some of the effects of menopause.
Yes.
And a lot of times I think people take menopause as a joke. Um, some people, when you talk about it, it sounds like, it's just a joke. Oh, you're going through menopause based on your actions and your behaviors and so forth. But I don't think a lot of people realize that menopause, it takes on a lot of different faces. And it also affects you, not only physically, but I also believe it affects some people mentally. And some of the things that I'm sure we will get into tonight, we'll go into it in a deeper discussion, but I'm just starting off right there for now.
Okay, so what I've learned, because there are some hormones in our bodies that we all have as women, and men have some as well. The particular hormone that I'm talking about now tonight is estrogen. And when we start losing that, because the function of estrogen, it has so much different function. It has to do with our ovaries. That's why we get vaginal dryness, mood changes. It has to do with our brains. There's so many stuff. People lose their hair. Dry skin, weight gain. Oh my God. Like weight gain is for me, it's horrific because it goes to the wrong place. And when we start gaining weight right here in the belly, and it's not from food or whatever, it's, oh my God, I'm telling you, it's not easy. But Mervia, let me hear what your opinion
Well, first of all, thank you for having us. I wanted to mention some of what Lisa even talked about. You know that menopause drives some people into depression because they don't even understand their body and what's going on. Some of the depression is, first of all, I have friends who don't want to talk about it. And some people see menopause as they associate it with getting old. And for them, that's another crisis. Getting old, there's the fear, the body changing, sickness, death, right? So some people don't want to talk about it because of the fear. No, like Lisa, I've always said Lisa and I have a lot of similarities.
Yes.
I like to talk about these things because you prepare others, you're
Thank you.
teaching others.
Yes.
It's almost like you're saying, I'm learning from somebody else's mistake. And it's not so much a mistake, but you're learning to be prepared for what could happen. Because everybody is not the same, right?
Right.
So for me, I started around in my 40s, actually.
Wow.
And it was tough. I experienced my mother. I didn't see the hot flashes, but I saw her with the mood swing to the point where I said to myself, I hope I don't have that, because it was hard to deal with, right? I could not imagine that someone could be like that. And I pray that if I could identify it and keep it under subjection, I would, because that part I didn't like. But for me, the hot flashes. I get hot very easily. And at first, I used to feel like they must think this woman's a mad woman or so. Because I'll be in the cold and I just take off everything.
I agree.
I don't care. I just take it off. And as even now, when I walk into my patient's house, as soon as I'm out of the cold air and I go inside, I just says, listen, I'm just taking off my jacket because I'm hot. And it's not you, it's me. Because first they're saying, okay, maybe we need to turn off the heat. It's hot in here, isn't it? I'm like, no, it's me. The dryness of the vagina, well, I'm not having sex right now, so I don't even know that part is going. But when I was in the middle of intercourse, you would find dryness, you know? That's another big thing that some people don't want to talk about. And it is normal. There are things that you can get from your doctor to help with that area, to help you to get it moist. So those were my two biggest issues with menopause: the hot flashes, the dryness, and the weight gain. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you try. And you, as a matter of fact, as you get older, you get to this place where it is what it is.
It is.
You just accept it for what it is. Especially now that I've gone into nursing, this was one of the things they taught us, that age cannot be reversed.
Exactly.
So all the things that are coming with it, just embrace it, accept it for what it is, and you will even feel better about it. Because you can't impress others. You can't look at a 30-year-old or a 25-year-old and want to be envious of what they're having. We have already been there.
Exactly.
Embrace what is happening to your body. Embrace the changes. And that's, you know, as we go along, you know, you can ask me questions and I will.
Absolutely true. You're so right, because I think, and that's one of the reasons why I think a lot of women don't talk about it, the age thing, because they think you're getting old and fabulous, of course. You know, for me, I don't care about age. You have to learn to deal with it as it comes. Like, as you were talking about, Merville, the vaginal dryness. You know, I don't get the mood swings, but I do get the night sweats, which is like, it wakes you up. You're literally sometimes like you have to sleep with a towel, you know, because you're so wet, you know. And I spoke to a lady the other day, and not recently, but a while back, and you know, we were just talking, and she was saying, you know, she gets depressed a lot, and she don't even want to get out of the bed to have a shower, you know. So everybody has different symptoms, and it's just, you just have to figure out, if you don't have the information, try to get information and deal with it as it comes, because if you don't, you know, I don't know how you're going to cope, because the mental part of it is wicked. The mental part that I see and hear that some people go through, it's not easy. And then on top of that too, that for the women that have a partner or a husband, whatever it is, they have to learn to communicate. The husbands have to also learn to communicate with their wives or their significant other to say, you know, how are you feeling? What is going on with you? Because some men really don't understand. They don't have a clue. And it's up to us to tell them, you know, this is what's going on with my body. And if, you know, if certain things aren't happening, if we're not having sex like we normally do, it's because of this. So then you have to talk to him about, okay, you know, we need lubricants, we need this, we need that in order for there's foreplay. So all of that has to be done, you know, in order for it not to be so painful as a lot of women would experience. So, Sister Leslie?
Yes, I'm here.
Darling, we would like to get your...
So for me, menopause is a big topic and it's impossible to cover it in one show.
Yes.
I've done intensive research on the topic simply because I mentor a lot of women, I counsel a lot of women, and when I speak, I want to be able to speak from a place of knowledge. So there's over 50 different symptoms that's attached to menopause itself. So 50 different things we can experience. And for each person, the story is different. For myself, I think I started getting hot flashes when I was 45. That's like 12 years ago. And in the research, it says from beginning to...
I think she muted her mic.
No, I think because she's driving.
Yeah.
Sorry. From the time you start with the perimenopause to when you complete the actual menopause itself, for some people, it stops at 15 years. Some people experience it up to year 20. So it's a long process. And the perimenopause is where you start getting the symptoms, but nothing is actually happening. So for me, that started at 45. At first, I didn't recognize what was happening. My husband actually was the one that recognized that I was going through perimenopause. So I'm getting dressed in the mornings and all of a sudden I'd break out in a sweat, dripping wet. And I'm like, what is going on? I turn on the fan and my husband said to me one day, I know what's happening. And with an agitated look, I said, what's happening? And he said, we'll talk about it later, right? And later on, when he said, you know, I think this is what's happening, I read in this book. And as I started doing my research, he was correct. It was, you know, the first onset of menopause. So my only symptom that I get all the time is the sweats, the hot flashes and the sweat. And now it's moved to night sweats. So for me, it goes in different stages where at one point I would go through 3 or 4 months of hot flashes and it would stop and then it would start again, stop and start again. And as I get older, it increases in intensity and how far apart it is. So before it used to be sometimes maybe once a week, then it came to every day, then it came to all throughout the day. So it's very different for me. Don't get the mood swings, don't get the anxiety and depression like most people do. Weight gain, yes, and they call it the muffin top. The muffin top is where you have this big thing on top and the bottom, you're all skinny. They call it the muffin top. So I think we all struggle with that from time to time. And it's not something that's going anywhere. You can exercise. I notice a lot of people, some people lose it as they're getting to the tail end of it. Now, from the time you start with the hot flashes and the time when your period actually stops, it's different for everyone. Mine stopped, started, stopped, started, stopped, started, and finally it stopped. But that took like 5 years of going through the stop and start process.
Oh, wow.
So very different for everyone. And I have friends who it just stopped completely. Some people, same thing, it starts and it stopped, or it would show up once and twice and then not show up again. So it's sorry, I think someone was just calling me, but I want to talk about the effects and the effects. So the effects are those things where people would see you in public and want to know what's wrong with her. She's sweating up a storm. When I go to work, the kids would say to me, why are you sweating? Which is annoying. So That's one part of it where it's embarrassing. Everybody in the
It
room is
is.
dry. And you're
Well, yeah, she's having some technical difficulties. So anyways, we do have another guest with us. Her name is Donna. So Donna, tonight we're talking about the effects of menopause. So we would like to hear what you've been through, your experience with menopause.
You're on mute, Donna.
Donna, unmute yourself. Oh, Lord.
Donna, I think you
On
can
mute.
unmute her, you know.
Yes.
No, she
All
did.
right.
She did.
Oh my God, all of a sudden I'm so hot.
busting a sweat for no reason at all in the middle of winter. Sex, like you say, is
Yeah.
it can affect your sex life. So the dryness is a part of it. For me, I went through a period.
Yeah, she's cutting out a lot. Yeah, she got cut off.
She's gone.
Yes, so Donna, we would like to hear from you regarding, yes, we see you fanning. So
I know.
so be real. We're all grown women tonight, and so we're
Okay.
being real and talking about.
I think it's easier when we're not speaking, we mute so that we
Yeah.
don't get that feedback.
Yeah.
Okay. So should I speak now?
Sorry.
Yes, Donna,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay. So good night, ladies. Oh, it's been a journey with the menopause. First, I thought I was maybe going crazy because I remember when I was getting married, I wasn't feeling the fuzzy duzzy like how you're supposed to be in that bliss. I remember I went to my doctor and I said, I'm getting married. Why am I not jumping over the moon and all that? And he says, you know, because you're getting older. So I said, because I'm getting older, he goes, you could be going through menopause. So he said, okay. And we did the blood work and it had started, right? Because when he did the blood work, he told me I did start into menopause. It's like, it's crazy because I talk to God all the time. With menopause, it made me very down. Mine came with being depressed, sad, no reason. Nobody don't do me nothing. Husband is fine, friends are fine, the kids are fine, but I was just sad. So I had to lean on my spiritual side. Why I didn't succumb. And it's so good when, you know, you have a church and a lot of praying friends that can understand, you know, and said, okay, you're going through menopause and, you know, this is what's happened to you. But they didn't quite understand at first because, you know, I was saying how I was feeling. And I remember Lisa always said, you know, Donna, maybe you're thinking too much. But I said, I don't feel myself. And it's like when you don't feel yourself, it bothers me because I know me as a happy-go-lucky person. And when I wasn't feeling myself, it was just, it's so hard to explain. Like you'd have to be my body to understand. Then I was just thinking a lot, just active thinking. And I remember Minister Leslie had sent me something years, I still have it. And it goes, it checked off like maybe 30 lists. And it says, if you have this, that, you're not crazy, you're going through menopause. So I said, oh God, I swear I checked all the 50 boxes on that list she had sent me. And it's been really hard, especially being married, because like my husband is okay, but to me, when I was before I got married, I remember my sex drive was so high, and it was like I'm not married and I'm doing my things, sinning against God. I'm a born again, I'm a believer, you know, sex drive high to the sky. And I used to say, God, you got to tame this down. I remember someone used to say to me, don't tell God to take it away, just tell God to think. So when I finally got married now, years now, then all of a sudden it dry. No thing. I said, God, this is not fair. Why did I have that symptom when I was out there not pleasing you? But now I'm doing right. Finally, God, I'm being good. And this is what happened to me. You know, I'm not enjoying sex.
Yeah.
It's just dry. It's just, I don't want to do it. It's just like a turn off. I just want to go to sleep at night, just go to sleep. And I notice I'm very grumpy, very irritated at work. I speak to a lot of people, you know, I have to try to hold myself at time not to be so irritated with people. So, I mean, it's just been a roller coaster for me, you know, and I'm trying many different things. They say try Primrose. I tried the Primrose. I noticed it kind of calmed me down. So I was doing the Primrose for a while. Then someone said, you know, take vitamins. So I started to take my vitamins, you know, to say maybe this is what I need. And then I just started to take this thing called Provitalize, where it's supposed to help with the hot flashes. It's supposed to help with the mood swing. It's supposed to just, you know, turn your life back. You start feeling yourself. And I got a lot of weight. And I was like, you know, I'm a slim person, but I got a lot of weight. And then in the midsection, and I'm very conscious of that. So it's like the midsection is like not cool right now, right? So it's been a journey. I thank God. The enemy sometimes wants to play in your mind, but I just lean to my faith, to help me through, what I'm going through. Because at times it's like you'd want to throw in the towel. And then I heard another lady at a meeting with my church. She was going through the same thing. And once I knew other people was going through and was with the same symptoms of me, I felt really good. So, okay, I'm not alone. It's good when you know that you're not in it by yourself, right? Because some people say they only get hot, but they don't get the other 50 other symptoms I get. And then I met someone who was going through all the symptoms as me. I got to a point that I didn't even want, like my husband went away and I was so lonely when he was gone. Lonely, because it's like, it plays on you really bad. I was like lonely. I remember when he went to visit his family, I stayed home. I tried to beat the fear. And I remember Lisa would check in with me and I said, God, I'm going to do this. I can do this. I can do this. And I remember the scripture God gave me when I was in the shower, when I started to cry, because I want to beat this. I said, God, you said you're with me. And he told me, be still and know that I'm God. And I said, okay, God, I'm going to be still. And I'm just going to trust you. And I did it. He went away and I managed to stay by myself, which was really good. I conquered that. And it's all because of the emotions. It's not that, oh, I'm scared to be at home. It was just like when he's not there, it's hard to explain. You know what I mean? When I'm around people, you feel good, so, but I'm still fighting. It's getting a lot better. Thank God. It's gotten a lot better, but still the dryness.
And you see, that's the thing that because some women, I should say, I'm not going to say a lot or most, we don't understand what the other person is going through unless we're going through the same thing. So sometimes we will see somebody being moody or being a certain kind of way, and we're like, I want to she or whatever the case may be. You understand? Because we have no clue that they're going through stuff. But if you only take the time sometimes for just say, you're good, what's up? You know what I mean? Yeah, because we just are too quick to say, whatever that person, like, we pass judgment.
Yes,
not
them crazy.
that they're actually going through something. But for me, I only go through, I can honestly say, the hot flashes and the vaginal dryness. There was a time when the sexual peak was really low, like I never wanted. Now, I feel like it's changes up there, but I'm celibate, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not easy. It's not an easy thing. And I'm grateful that I'm not on. Donna, trust me, I don't know what you're going through. I have no clue. Some of the stuff, the sadness and the whatever, the mood swings and all of that you're going through. And I'm thankful that I'm not going through it, because I don't know if I could handle it. You know what I mean? So like we know, it's different for every woman. So anyhow, back to Mervia.
So for me, I'm listening to Donna, and Donna, my heart goes out to you, because I was telling them before you came on that my mom had the mood swing and she was terrible. And like, I didn't want to be around her. And I prayed that I didn't get that. And I didn't, thank God. Yeah. But I wanted to add that the whole period thing. I started missing my period when I was around 48. My period would stop. It stopped for like 6 months, and then it came, and it would be very heavy. Then it stopped after 6 months again, or maybe it came and 2 months, and then it stopped, and then it came back. And then I went to my doctor, and she says, it's nothing to worry about. I was thinking maybe it was cancer or some kind of cell not work properly, you know? So she explained to me that you start to worry about your period if it comes back after 1 year. If it stopped
That's correct.
and 1 year.
That's correct.
So mine had stopped for 18 months and then it came. So just imagine the depression I went into.
Yes.
I was afraid to even go to the doctor. But what had happened, my stepfather, whom raised me since I was 2, he passed away suddenly. And that day when I got the news, the period came.
The stress of
So she said, I'm not going to do any tests because I feel like that's why it came back. And right after that, it never came again. And I think it's like 6 years now. So I have not had any period since. Now I have relatives and friends who are older than me and they're still on their period.
I know, crazy.
Yeah, so the dryness, when I was having sex, I haven't had in a few months. I could say almost a year it's going to. I could say that I wasn't dry all the times, but sometimes I was. But now that I'm not having sex, Lord of mercy,
Not that dryness.
And dear Jesus, keep this thing under subjection.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the older I get is the more I want. Sometimes I have to tighten up the leg and I said, Jesus, have mercy upon me today. I don't know what I want.
Yes,
I feel like though if I had someone, I wouldn't be wanting it that often. I just have that feeling, and it boils down to there's so many things that are in the factor of you not wanting, again, as Donna says, that middle section. So sometimes it's exposing your body. So all of that come into play. Even though you feel honey, it's all in the head.
Yes.
So now you don't want to do it, but you really want to do it, you know?
Yeah.
You understand? So Donna, we're all going through the same thing, honey.
Yes.
And it's good to talk about it with others because when you do talk, you realize that you're not alone, you know?
Yes.
I'm not taking anything, to be honest with you.
I'm
I
not.
have a few sex toys. It's just that they can't help me the way I need help.
Thank you.
So I don't bother with them. And the way I look at it is that I am hoping to find someone, whether me married or not. You guys know me. If we find the right person, whenever I'm married, we have sex.
Yep.
And if the right person is in my life,
Yeah.
I will work with them. You know what I mean? But
absolutely.
Right now, when we get to a certain age, we don't want to introduce everybody and try everybody. So you just go through it until the right person comes.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I'm going through it and it's not easy.
Yeah.
Right now, my heart, this is another thing. I don't know if you guys experienced it, but when the heat comes, it's almost like it's coming from inside.
Inside.
Jesus.
Yes.
The heat that comes out of your body is like you can't wear glasses. I don't have no hair, so I can't even understand.
Listen.
People with weave and hair, how they deal with it. Because I want to tear off these little pieces that I have. The heat that is coming out, I don't want to wear glasses, nothing. I don't want to wear no clothes.
This is because I'm recording this. That's why the ear did it. But this is when we're done. Because honestly, AC, I'm fine. My 2 lifeline. If I'm sick,
I have 2 of these. I have 2.
Trust me. Lisa.
Yes. Anyways, I was listening, but for me, I think I only started experiencing my stuff like around 53.
Oh.
Yeah. And so right now, I think I'm just probably up to or coming up to the year that I haven't had it. However, for me, the hot flashes is a thing. Donna knows this. Like I'm
Yeah.
always hot. I'm constantly hot. And like you said, Murphy, it is this inferno on your inside and it's coming out. I haven't had though, I've heard other people talk about when they're sleeping and they feel like they've peed themselves or whatever. I haven't had that.
No.
I haven't had it to that effect, that bad.
No.
But the all night, it's the cover on, the cover
Yes.
off, the cover on, the cover off, and it drives you crazy. So I've been having interruption in sleep. My
Yeah.
sleep is just terrible. I can't sleep at all sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can fall asleep in the couch, and as soon as I go to bed, I can't sleep.
Yeah.
So that's where it's affecting me sleeping. It's affecting me like at first, when it first started, I would feel like things were crawling on my body. And I never understood that it was menopause until I went online with a few other people and started discussing it.
Mhm.
And, you know, some of them have the same issue. You feel like sometimes I was driving in my car and I'm thinking, what the hell is there mosquitoes in the car? What's biting my legs? What's biting my legs? Like, and then I get to realize it's all a part of menopause.
Yeah.
And so this thing takes on all this different kind of faces and emotions.
Yes.
And I remember years and years ago, I had this friend, and of course, she was older than I am, and she was going through it. And she would call me all the time, and she would be crying for no reason,
Mm.
no reason. And I'm like, what's wrong with her? Like at one point, it was draining me, but I didn't understand at the time. But she
Right.
was having the emotional, the
Yeah.
roller coaster, the
Yeah.
depression. So now that I'm going through it, now I can understand. Now I can sympathize with people. Now I feel like this is a topic that needs to be talked about because a
Yeah.
lot of people don't even understand some of the things that is happening to them.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
don't know it's menopause.
Yeah.
And so they're thinking sometimes that they're going crazy, but it's menopause. One of the things that fear me the most, and um getting old for some reason, it's just, I don't know, it's something that it just scares me. It scares me, and why I say it's scaring me is because I feel like the years are just disappearing so fast
They
in front of
are.
us. And then with all of these things, like Donna was saying, like, you know, you're not married for us, you're married, we're not married. And now you're living this life, and then you're worried about when the husband comes, what's going to happen? Like, if you're going to be going through all of these symptoms and stuff, how are you going to be successful in your marriage? Because some of these men, they don't understand. They really don't understand. And I feel like these kind of platforms we should have men on the platform because we
That's what I'm
need to
thinking.
let
Yep.
them understand what women are going through. And it's
Yeah.
not just a joke. It's not
Yeah.
just, oh, well, you're going through menopause and whatever. No, this is causing a lot of pain. It's causing a lot of hurt. A lot of people are suffering silently.
Yeah.
And some
Mhm.
people, especially because they don't understand what they're going through.
Yeah.
And it's a scary thing. It's
Yeah.
frightening for me. It's
Yeah.
frightening.
Yeah. I know of married couple that have separate rooms now because of that, because they can't sleep beside each other. And when it gets to that place, eventually everything starts drifting apart because they're no longer, in the bed together, and the men can't understand what's going on and whatever, and the woman won't talk about it. But it's something that really, really has to be talked about because it is so huge. It's vast, it's big, it's bigger than some of the stuff we don't even know. People thinking that other people are working voodoo on them because of the mental stuff that they're going through, and they have no clue what's going on. They don't do research, they don't do nothing to find out what's going on. But this is something that we really do have to keep talking about because I'm telling you, it's a lot of people really don't know. Really don't know.
So true.
And sorry to interject again, some of the symptoms, it's like I hear people suffering from cramps in their cramps in their legs. And even with myself, like I find that my patience is zero, right? Tolerance is zero. I have no tolerance and no patience for foolishness. Zero tolerance. Like, so when you come around me and you start telling me foolishness, I am so short. Like, I get so upset and agitated all the time. And I really didn't understand that that's also part of menopause. You get agitated really quick, like real easy. And you know,
Yes.
like your tolerance goes to like 0. Like, don't come around me with foolishness because
No,
I
it's
don't
true.
have time.
Yeah.
Like even talking to guys, you know, you'll meet somebody, and then as soon as they start talking nonsense, it's like you're just ready, you're ready to dismiss them because you have no. I remember
Yeah.
started talking to this one guy, and he said to me, he goes, "You have no patience."
That's why we don't have no man, you know.
I know. And he goes, "You're not gonna have a relationship because you have no patience." And when he said that to me, it was like, you know, just shut up. But when I thought about it, yeah, like seriously, maybe these are the effects that we're not
Yeah.
having a man because patience and tolerance is just not
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Zero
And I find,
patience.
yeah, I find that as men, like with me, I find that when I started experiencing menopause, like certain crap, I just can't take. I feel like I get much bolder. I just tell her the truth, my talk, and I just tell her the truth. And yeah, but just can't, yeah, I have this boldness. I don't know if it's from the hormones working
It's
differently.
so true.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm direct, not hurtful, but direct. I tell you straight up, straight out is it. You know, I'm just not gonna go around the bush. Yeah, I just don't tolerate certain foolishness now. Yeah.
So
You know what I
true.
wanted to add? Lisa talked about the cramp in the feet.
Mhm.
You haven't had it, right?
No.
Jesus.
I
almighty.
get the
Which part?
cramp.
We're on the
I
feet. Is it
get
the whole
it.
feet?
Both of them. Sometimes I can't even walk. I'm in pain. That one, I didn't even know it was a part of the menopause.
Yes.
And when I get it, sometimes I get up and I beat the leg down, I run around, I move, I go down on my knees, I pray, I get up. It's terrible. That part of it is the worst.
I was
Because
telling
some
them
people
the
say,
other
maybe you
day.
need some more water. No matter what I try, and my mother had that as well, and my grandmother had that. So it's almost like I'm stuck with that one. It's like it's not going
A lot of people
anywhere.
didn't know that was a part of the symptoms.
I didn't know.
I didn't
And
know.
another part that I've experienced, I'm a loner. I don't want to talk on the phone. I don't have time for the phone. Even if I'm not doing anything, trust me, the phone will ring, I'm not answer it. I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
And sometimes these are friends, these are my friends, this is my mother, this is my family. I am not in the mood to talk to anyone. Send me a quick text and I will respond. More on the text side than the WhatsApp, because something is wrong with my phone when it comes on to WhatsApp. But send me a text message and I get it quick and I respond. I communicate well with text. But when you call me, sometimes I just don't want to talk. And if I look at the phone and I know it's somebody that's going to talk long,
my God. You know, it's so
Donna
funny.
gets mad with me all the time. She says, you don't even call, you don't even call. The phone is like the furthest thing from me. I'm telling you.
The phone is like my enemy. I don't understand what is going on. And I wasn't like that. I used to like to talk and
That
stuff.
is true, Mervia.
I've
That is
gained
true.
some friends and I've lost some friends because I became this person who, when I just get my little bottle of wine and I sit down and watch TV and I look and I'm like, no, Sammy can't right now. Sometimes mama will say, Mervia, what is wrong with you? And my sister would say, come, you need to come and get mama sometimes. And I really want to do it. And sometimes I push myself and get dressed and I'm like, no, Sammy, not going away. Me start to take out my clothes.
Yeah.
This thing is driving me nuts. It's separated me from others. And even to go out on a date, the other day I went out on a date and I just sit down looking at this man and saying, can I do this?
Oh my God. Mervia.
I don't know. I feel like I am going to be alone for the rest of my life because things are shifted and it's not in my favor.
I'm telling you, sometimes I meet people, I go out, I have a great time, and then I can't stand them.
Yes, at least I know that part there. I know that.
And they're like coming on to you and telling, I don't want to talk to you. I just don't want to see them. I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
I can't stand them anymore.
Somebody
It's
witchcraft me.
Oh my
true.
God.
Been there, yeah.
But you know what the
true.
funniest thing is with me? I'm so bad. I'm okay to speak to my friends. That's how I feel good.
Mm-mm.
But I don't want to talk to nobody at work, where the people them are paying me. When they call the phone, Mr. Stop call, me no want to chat to you. Right? But if my friends call, I'm okay to talk. But make the people them who are paying me, I don't want to talk to them. Leave me alone. Like you're calling too much. So I'm okay with friends, but not at work. And I noticed I got this cramping feeling. I felt like my womb was dropping out. And I remember I said to my doctor, is my womb low? Because I feel like it's maybe coming up because I'm feeling this cramp. And he said to me, you know, that could be your menopause doing that. I said, what? And I notice it when I go to bed and wake up in the morning. I have to stretch. I have to take my time. I can't. Yes, come on. But once I'm up active, it doesn't bother me, like everything is working. But once I go lie down and wake up in the morning, I'm telling you, I'm like an 80-year-old woman, you know, cramp up. And I asked my mom. My mom said she never had no problem with menopause. She don't know when she go to menopause. So I say, you know what, God, greatness is on me, because my mother never had no problem. Only thing she was miserable. That's it. But she never had no symptoms.
And you know, one of the things I find too, just as you were talking about that, Donna, is that there are times when I'm here, I know I have stuff to do, like you know you have stuff to do, and you just can't move. You just can't go do what you have to do. You know what I mean? You know say that for the right there, so and you find everything. You sit down, you lay down, and you just can't get it done. It's like you have to push yourself. So just do it. Oh my God. And Murphy, I do understand that part where you say sometimes I want to go. Because honestly, sometimes a day, I mean, not even church, sometimes I don't want to go. But I push myself, although I work, like on Saturdays, I work long hours and come home Sunday morning. I'm going to come home and later, I say, I have to push myself to go to church. Trust me. Even today, just to come here, I'm like, okay, at 7 o'clock, we are starting the Lord Jesus, me live another more. I have to push myself because, because I really want to get it done. You know, and I'm gonna do one of my plays next year because I have so many plays that I've written. And may I tell you, say, just to get them on the computer because they're all on paper, but I want to save them. You know how much time I come on the laptop and I sit down, and I start type, the laptop I look for me and I look for me, can't start.
Start.
Yeah, the focus thing is just not there.
Yes. Yeah, that was one of my biggest things in the beginning. Couldn't concentrate.
Yeah.
Can't focus. Yeah. That was the biggest. Oh, I love Jesus. Yeah, now I'm okay. I'm telling you, I've come a long way. So I'm not bad. I don't get as hot as Lisa. Lisa's always hot. I don't get that.
Because Lisa started older. Yeah, it's a little bit better when you start younger. So now she's just experiencing all that some of us have
fiery inferno.
It's terrible, man.
That fiery feeling inferno.
Yeah. I have a paper to Undine, and it's the same thing. I just reached out to the lady because yesterday too, I had a patient that we put to sleep because she wanted to die. That was so hard.
Oh God, don't tell me.
I come home depressed because I watched through the entire process of it, and that thing
Margaret, please spare me. From menopause, certain things I don't even watch.
Yeah, but I was there. I was the one who put the IV in her vein, not the medication, the IV. So it had an effect on me, and I have this. I'm doing a course on palliative care, so I had to reach out to the instructor to say, listen, I did this today and it's hard on me, and plus going through that menopause is like I can't finish the paper. I start to write and I just put it on, kiss my teeth.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking, and all I need, I've gone through it, all I need to do is hand in this paper. And I'm thinking maybe I should just do it over. And then I would have to pay again. So just to show you how my mind is thinking.
Yeah.
And she reached out to me and said, okay, Maria, just do it over the weekend. I totally understand what you're going through. I have gone through it, and she's a nurse. So thank God. I'm just hoping that I can push myself to finish the paper.
One of the things that we haven't.
Forgetfulness. A lot of forgetfulness too.
I was just about to say the brain fog. Oh my God. I was just
even
about
Donna, when I was supposed to do this, when I get invited to things, I don't remember. Sometimes I put it in my phone, but if I'm driving, I can't put it in my phone. And when I reach home, I don't remember. Sometimes when I remember things are things that I need to do. When we wake up 2, 3 a.m. and can't go back to sleep, I'm like, Jesus,
yeah.
if you do this, if you do that, if you call this person.
Wow.
And by the time you drop to sleep, like 6 o'clock, when you're ready to get up, you don't remember nothing again.
Listen.
It's
Wow.
terrible.
You see the brain fog part, like I'm going into the room for something, and by the time I reach the room, I forget to make go for. So me have to wheel and come out.
Yeah.
And go back where you
Me and go
were.
back. I mean, so where me to go?
And then go back in.
Girl, the glasses is on my face and I'm looking for the glasses. Or the keys is in my hand for the car and I'm looking all over the house for the key.
Me too.
And it's in my hands. It's crazy.
Lisa, please. I'm on my phone talking already, and I look for the phone for some reason.
too.
That
And the person
happened to
said to me,
me.
said, but then I end up on the phone.
That happened to me even before menopause. You ever look at what's going there? And before menopause, Lord God, Father God, help me. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this thing is wicked. It's
Right.
serious though. Why?
We're unique. We're unique.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, like, for the women that think, oh, I'm getting old, blah, 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 at least I don't worry about getting old because you look fabulous. You understand me? Because I find
Yeah.
that our era, our age group, trust me, no matter even what we're going through, we're fabulous, so we look good.
Absolutely.
No, seriously. People won't even think
Absolutely.
that we're going through the things that we're going through.
Would
Look at my
never.
2 girlfriends. They turned 60 this year, and I call them sexy because they look so good. You remember when we were young and we said people 50 or them used to look old?
Yes.
And that's what gives us the depression, because we're thinking that some gonna look when we reach this, and look at us 55. Look at you guys,
Come on
Fabulous.
now. Come on
Yeah,
now.
we're looking much better.
I just seen a
why
woman
is
on
it-
Instagram. She's 60 years old. And I said, hell no. When me tell you, summertime, I'm gonna send it to everyone I know. The woman is 60. Let me tell you, the woman have a belly top. And I said, wow, menopause in area here. The woman looks amazing. And she said something. What she said was, she said, like when you're in your 20 and 30, when you're looking good, fine. That's fine. But when you get to 40, you may have a little problem. But they said when you're in your 50s and 60 and you can look this good, you better give yourself a clap on the hand, because once you get to 50, you can still maintain the look. Because he said 30, you may get away with how you look because you're still young. When you get 40, you're cutting it close. But she said when you could stand from 50 years and 60 and looking this good, it's like you deserve to give yourself an applaud. And I'm going to send you guys this lady, and you guys will not believe. I said 60 where? I thought she was like 30 years old.
But what I don't understand is why everybody gains weight except me. I cannot gain weight.
Lisa, give me your belly.
On my 54th birthday, I really realized the belly thing. Because Donna can tell you, I've been in-house trying on clothes for my birthday, and everything I planned to put on, nothing couldn't fit me, only around my belly. Only around my belly. I can't gain weight nowhere else.
Wow.
I know, I can't
Terrible.
stand it. You have so much clothes in your closet and you put on, you go somewhere, you go church, or you go somewhere, you put it on, and it's like, no, mom, I can't wear it because everything else fit on in, but yes, I just see so bloop. Like seriously, you just not feel,
Yeah,
hot
I
like
call
how you
Yeah.
look. Like how you
I call
feel
it the
like you say.
kangaroo pouch. I call mine the little kangaroo pouch.
No
So
man,
it's
this little don't you so? No, but don't like it. It don't feel sexy. Even when you feel
No.
sexy and whatever, it just it bothers me.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a lot of fluid.
Yeah. Boy, this a menopausal fat. I don't know if I just fluid alone. And you know what? I find at night I pee a lot. At night.
yeah, I
Yeah.
get up once a night. Once. I
Once
used to
a
get
night,
up
girl.
like 2 times.
Do
I
you
pee
guys
a
find your
lot at
pillow
night.
to be
During the day, I'm
wet?
good
Your
enough.
pillow wet?
No.
No,
My pillow is wet
Yeah.
no,
at
my
night.
pillow's not wet.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
wet.
because it's just up here, so the night sweat. They're just up here.
Yes, up here on my head.
Yes,
Yeah.
my God. Like
Mhm.
seriously. But yeah, we need to do a part 2 of this.
Yes,
And get
and we
some more
should
ladies.
invite some guys.
Some men,
Yeah,
yeah.
I want to
Because
get
I have
Mervette
an
and many guys.
aunt.
Lisa, Donna, invite some men. Invite your husband so he can come
Yeah.
here. Yeah,
Because
I'll be.
I know I have an aunt who her husband, she says her husband looked down at her and make up his face when she's sweating, like he's embarrassed.
Wow.
You
Oh,
know, so
come
they
on.
need to be educated. They
Yes,
need
they
to
do.
understand that this is when they need to be reaching out to their wives and showing empathy and, you know, being
Of
very
course.
supportive. Can
And
you imagine you
understand.
going through something like that and the person looking down at you?
Yeah.
And
That's
that's
why I find it to be
crazy.
fearful,
That's-
Mervia, because for us who are not married, you know,
Yeah.
like what's gonna happen then? Like,
That's
you
why
know,
it's
You're gonna
when you
find a good
find
man who's
somebody.
gonna understand.
I always say,
If
I'm not too particular right now. I say to my friends that I'm not looking anymore
Right.
because it only stress you out.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if the right person come, and sometimes you might be interviewing a guy and you know you it's not nice to say this, but somebody who is a widow. Because they might have the experience, but someone who has never been married, and you know, it's hard. It's hard to, you know, they don't know. A lot of them don't know how to treat a woman.
But the funny thing is, you know, men go through changes in their lives.
They do.
They go through changes, you know, especially because you have some men when they're going through changes, they want a younger woman.
Mm-hmm.
And it not
And
last.
that's another thing. That's another thing. These older guys, they want young girls, and
but it never lasts.
don't last.
It don't last.
It's
Yeah, but
sometimes
this
it's
is the
just about the
fear.
money. It's
This
just
is the
about the
fear.
finance. Yeah.
This is the fear because you know, in your younger days, you're juicy, you're wet, you know, then just look at you and
Yeah.
you're springing.
Yeah.
And then now you're gonna go find a man. They don't understand. Some of these men are not educated about things, and you're dry. I mean, yes, there are lubricants and this, that, and the other, but it's not natural, right?
No,
Right.
and it becomes painful when you're dry. You don't enjoy it.
Yes,
Yeah.
You
yes.
know,
And if you don't teach
Careful.
them, I tell them, because some of them have no clue what to do, because them just want to enter and whatever. You understand? Forgetting that you
Mhm.
need to be satisfied. You need all of that foreplay, the whole works, you know,
Yeah.
to get to that place where it's not that painful, where it's not dry, you know?
Yeah. I said it. I'm not looking for a sex partner. I'm looking for a
Me neither.
companionship.
Yes.
Someone who I can travel with, have a good laugh
Joy
with,
from-
even
yes.
if him live a clean place and me live a mine. And if it work out, you know,
Okay.
but some
not
people
a-
who just want to come and the first thing them ask you, are you sexually active, or you have a high sex drive? No, ask me that.
Oh,
You
that's
come
a
and
turn
ask me
on.
them foolishness.
I know.
That's
You
a
know,
turn
I'm
on.
not looking for a sex partner. I'm not looking for someone to have sex with. Like,
Yeah.
that's not the first thing on our mind.
know.
And they
when
come
them
and
say
they
that,
ask
you
you
know.
these nonsense. Like, I'm like, what? Crazy.
I know.
It's crazy.
I
But
know.
anyways, yeah, we shall get some men for the part 2.
Mhm.
Hopefully soon we can do it. But I do appreciate all of you coming on. Donna, where are you? See you steady like a girl. I do
We'll meet
appreciate this,
again.
this little talk, and we will do it again. And I just want to say thank you guys for coming on and for giving us, your feedback, your opinions, your experience, what you've gone through and all of that stuff. So we will be having part 2. To all the viewers, make sure that you watch, you subscribe, you share, and on all the platforms. All the link will be below. And so we are so grateful that you could join us, and we're grateful. We thank you. And Mervia, Lisa, and Donna, thank you so much again. It was a pleasure having you guys. It was so much fun. Yeah. And so we will do it again.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So be
Bye-bye.
blessed. Thank you
Bye.
guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night.